going on like a mad March hare in springtime, we come to one of our weekly highlights. And our guest today on Portwen Personality Playlist is, of course, our very own new GP, Doc Martin.
Dr. Ellingham. What? Oh, right. Dr. Ellingham, or Martin.
So, Doc, you gave up your life in London and a career as a top surgeon
A vascular specialist.
to be our GP here in sleepy old Portwen.
Yes. Yes, Caroline.
What made you decide to do that?
I wanted to move.
What were your first impressions of our village?
It's windy.
And the people?
The people.
The people of Portwen.
What about them?
Well, the people of Portwen are a rich and diverse culture. I bet you've been struck by certain individuals.
It's early days, yeah.
Sure.
Lobster, you're splashing out.
Yeah. Bob gives me a good deal. That's the wonderful thing about cancer. People are terrified. I get discounts wherever I go. Lovely, Bob. Thanks.
Are you thrust into intimate relationships with each and every patient?
No. No. No.
I was wondering,
Do you think there's
long term, what are you going to do about money?
that you might have an
Oh, don't
intimate
you worry.
relationship with,
I'll think of something.
you know, someone?
Bless you, mate.
And how about your personal life? Ever been married?
No.
Engaged?
No.
No trail of broken hearts in London?
No.
Not a radio natural.
So?
Yeah, well, you know, Paul, when it takes people a little time to settle in.
Look, is this live? Do I need to pee?
Some more than others.
Here's one of my personal favorites. Do you think you could hurry up? This record finishes in 2 minutes, 21 seconds, and I'm not putting out 2 in a row. This is meant to be a talk show.
Here. Now watch this, boy, because this is where you always go wrong, if you don't mind my saying so.
If I'm so bad at plumbing, why don't you let me go do my course?
Oh, how be, Doc? Here, Doc, you're from London. Why don't you tell young Bill Gates here that computers is only just a fad?
Dad,
Computers are only just a fad. I need to pee.
You could say it with a bit more feeling.
I really need to pee.
Sorry, out of commission. Find a cubicle. Out of order. Now, you're going to stop in a family business until you learn a trade. That's a deal.
well, it's not that different from plumbing, is it? It's about fixing things.
Apart from anything else, I promised your mother, God rest her soul,
Promised her what? That you'd stop me having a career?
no, that I'd see you right.
Sorry, Doc, no water.
Oh, it's only a number one. If you don't wash, you don't count.
I'll inform the medical community.
Done it.
Good boy.
And do you think you can give more than single-syllable answers? Welcome back to Portwen Personality Playlist, where my guest is Portwen's new doc, Doc Martin. Doc, am I right in thinking that you spent a summer or two in Portwen as a young boy?
Yes. I did.
With your aunt, Joan?
That's right.
Well, airing one's laundry in public's not really my thing.
You don't say, Doc.
Well, Caroline, it strikes me you've got about 1,000 locals who seem to do nothing but talk about themselves. Why don't you interview one of them?
I'm going.
Over my dead body.
I've got a place at college. I'm going whether you like it or not.
You're staying here where I can look after you.
I don't need looking after.
I promised your mother.
Oh, Mum. You always wheel her out when you're losing, don't you?
All right, all right. How are you going to pay for it then?
I'll think of something.
Good.
because you won't get a penny from me, boy.
Well, don't you understand? I don't want anything from you, especially not a life fixing toilets.
You're a grateful little tyke. And you can shove it too.
You all right, Jane? You look a bit pale. Do I? I'm fine. Just something I ate.
We should go and see the doc.
Did you hear him on the radio?
No, not really. Just caught a bit of it down at the front.
Very cagey about his love life.
Really?
Very cagey about everything, really. What did you see in that interview?
Don't blame me. Only one of my eyes was working.
Oh, I thought you quite liked him.
He's fine.
What are you after?
My Martin. Markin. My Markin.
Hey, Craig. Just know. Black thong.
Oh, God.
So that's Thursday, 12:15 then. Thank you.
Perhaps one day we'll get to meet the mysterious Greg.
You was rubbish on the radio.
Thank you. You sent my appointments through to my machine?
No, this one don't work. Keep saying I can't do what I want to do, innit?
Elaine, I've shown you 100 times.
Yeah, and it still don't work. So I wrote him down.
Ricky Willow? Yeah. Hi, Roger.
Yeah?
So, Ricky, what's the problem?
His bottom is the runs.
I see.
I don't know why boys are funny about their bottoms, do you?
Diarrhea, how long for?
2 days.
You taking plenty of fluids? Any fever or sickness?
No, it's just his bottom.
Right, well, it might be something you ate, or it could be a viral infection.
Could it be that he holds it in too long?
No. I'm gonna write you a prescription for some rehydration salts, and we'll give it a couple of days.
Can I go back to work?
He's a lifeguard at the leisure centre, you know.
Well, make sure you're fully well before you go back. Any problems, come and see me.
Aren't you going to check his bottom? Show him your bottom.
No, that won't be necessary.
Oh, but you'll be wanting to send this for testing. I won't be needing the jar back.
Roger? How are you keeping?
Good, thanks. Pretty good.
Enjoying the chemo?
Actually, I do have one complaint. I thought all my hair was going to fall out. I was looking forward to saving money on haircuts.
Well, there aren't any rules with these things. Have a seat.
Speaking of rules, I have a favor to ask. Say no, obviously.
Fire away.
I've got someone looking into my case. It seems I might be in line for a bit of a payout, but I'd need a sick note.
Uh-huh. Let's have a look at that scar tissue, please. That's coming on. Yep.
The argument would be that the school made me redundant when they did, so that they wouldn't have to pay me my pension.
Sorry, where does the sick note fit in?
Apparently, if I can show that I was sick at the time of my dismissal, I might qualify for retirement through ill health, which, wonder of wonders, is a pension that pays enough to live on, including the occasional haircut.
Sorry, I don't quite follow.
I think what they're saying is that I should ask you for a backdated sickness certificate.
I can't do that. When did you lose your job?
September.
Well, I wasn't even here. I was a surgeon in London then. I can't do that.
I should never have asked you. I don't know what I was thinking.
Neither do I.
It's just...
I can give you a sick note dated from the first time you came to see me, if that's any use to you.
Thanks. They're sending me a whole bunch of forms, and I don't know.
Well, bring them in. We'll have a look at them.
OK, guys, well done. Gold medals. Off you go.
So, thank you.
Louisa, come in.
So?
The chances are I'll have to disappoint you. You know that, don't you?
You haven't heard what I'm suggesting yet.
I know. I'm just shooting first and asking questions later. Okay?
You see, Elaine, my thinking was that if you've got a greater understanding of these things, then you might start to enjoy your computer, and who knows, you might even start to use it correctly.
Yeah. Oh, I really gotta go.
Yep. Nearly there. You see, the network wasn't recognizing the new memory I put in, so by changing these little jumper switches here, we make the network happy. Check for stray swabs and stitch her up. We're done. Didn't take too long either. It's not even 8 yet.
Great. Still got time to kill myself.
Hi.
Oh, God, sorry.
It's okay, I've got lots of Prada. Designer clothes.
Oh.
Of course, this isn't Prada. It was a joke.
I see.
I thought I ought to apologise about that time with Roger Fenn. I felt he needed looking after, and I suppose I felt guilty about the whole retirement thing.
You're angry with yourself, so you took it out on me.
Well, excuse me.
No, I thought that's what you were saying.
Well, yes, I suppose it was.
So it's not my fault?
No.
No, good.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
Well, I've just come from the pub.
I was cleaning the car.
Pub does great food. And drinks.
Not a big beer drinker.
You've got a good selection of wines and whiskies.
Really?
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll bump into each other there one day. See ya.
I've got an idea. Why don't we go out for a drink one night?
Okay.
Wednesday, 7:30?
Did you know I wanted you to ask?
Yes, I did.
Here, Doc. We're okay, right?
Yeah. Good night.
Here, Doc, here. Sit down, here. When I said shove it, I didn't mean, shove it. It was the happiest day of my life when I got, Anne's son. How can you fix a broken heart, eh?
A lot of beer's a good start.
Really?
No.
He's moved out, hasn't he?
You know, when I told my father that I wasn't going to follow him into the Navy, we didn't speak for 3 months.
Yeah. Now you're older, you can understand his point, can't you? I mean, that's what I was trying to say to Al.
No, we still don't speak, actually.
So now you're taking Al's side?
Well, I'm not taking anyone's side.
Oh, so I was right in the first place. You know what? You can shove it.
Yeah. Well, get someone from the chemist and go to bed. No, you can't see Doc Martin with bellyache. Well, try a hot water bottle.
Elaine, can I have a word, please? Now?
Look, I have to go. Know what?
Elaine, it is not your job to give medical advice over the telephone.
It was bellyache. That's not medical advice, it's common sense.
Can I please decide who comes to my surgery?
No!
No?
If they have bellyache or diarrhea, then I have them wait. If they've got something serious, I get them in straight away.
Thank you, I'm familiar with triage.
Right, yeah, so I want an apology. If it weren't for me, you'd have had a dozen diarrhea since yesterday.
How many?
Dr. Ellingham, I knew you'd come.
Mrs. Tishel.
I've been waiting for you.
Good to hear. Why?
Well, it's customary for a new GP to pay a courtesy call to his pharmacist.
I'm sorry, I should have come sooner.
I bought a cake. It's a bit stale now, though.
I'm sorry, that was unprofessional of me.
No, I'm sorry, I assumed. Would you like a cup of tea?
No time. I need some information.
Sorry. Down to business, of course.
Have you noticed an increased demand for diarrhea remedies lately?
Yes. In fact, you could say there's been a run on them. Sorry. Oh, for the last several days, there's been perhaps 20 or 30 people.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, I should have informed you. I'm sorry. I should have been more alert. I am sorry.
Mrs. Tishel, it really isn't necessary for you to apologise quite so often as you do.
Do
you remember any names?
Yes, mostly locals.
Could you give me a list?
I could.
Now?
Judging by your recent prescriptions, you seem to be aware of reports of adrenal crisis in inhaled corticosteroids.
Well, there have been cases of adrenal suppression with excessive doses of fluticasone.
I notice you've taken care to ensure dosages below 400.
Yes, I try to remain current. I find I kill fewer patients that way. If you could get the list, please.
Oh, it's so nice to talk to a doctor again. Dr. Sim and I could chat for hours.
Mrs. Tishel?
When the quarterly MRHA bulletin comes out, perhaps we could get together over a pot of tea to discuss it?
Just the list for now, please.
I could make sandwiches. Do you eat tongue?
Mrs. Tishel, please stop talking and write me a list of all the people in this village with diarrhea.
Yes. Sorry.
Are you Dr. Martin?
Dr. Ellingham, yes.
I'm worried about my Emily. She's got a terrible tummy bug. I called the surgery, but the girl said you couldn't see her.
Ah! No, I will, as soon as I can. Can I take your name, please?
Oh, it's Braithwaite, and she's Emily, 21 Playful Street. Our Emily's never ill. She's as strong as an ox. She swims for the county.
Well, there's all the more chance of her bouncing back quickly. I'll telephone you this afternoon.
Oh, thanks, Doctor.
Just one thing. Does Emily swim at the leisure centre?
Oh, she lives at the leisure centre.
Thank you. Mr. Newton, it's very important that you remain hydrated. Drink a lot. Have you or your wife used the swimming pool at the leisure centre in the last 5 days? Uh-huh. Both of you? Right. All right, then. Bye-bye.
Everything's fine, I'll show you.
Well, the evidence suggests that the pool's infected.
No way. It's properly chlorinated and filtered.
Well, my guess is it's Cryptosporidium parvum. A large number of my patients used your pool
Not from
recently,
here, mate.
including one of your lifeguards.
I keep rigorous records. Correctly tested, perfect pH levels, exactly the right concentration of chlorine.
Congratulations. This parasite is resistant to chlorine. You need to close the pool down, shock treat it, and change your filters.
What? Have you any idea? Forget it.
This pool is a danger to public health.
Who the hell do you think you are? Coming in here and telling me how to run my pool.
I think I'm a doctor with dozens of sick patients.
Okay. Well, you've said your piece. Now I'm asking you nicely to leave.
Listen up. Excuse me. Children, I've got something really important to tell you. Shut up and listen! My name is Dr. Ellingham. I'd like everyone to swim to the side and get out of the pool immediately.
No way! Yeah, you smell! Sort of! Smelling again,
Yes, that's hilariously funny, but this is actually quite serious. I'm telling you, there is something dangerous in the water. Now, please, calmly swim to the edges and climb out of the pool.
there's absolutely nothing wrong with the water.
Mrs. Winters in your upstairs bog. Couldn't wait.
What's going on?
Diarrhea. 14 now, 17 tomorrow.
Bring me the first patient's notes, will you? You need to take plenty of fluids, and I'll write you a prescription for some rehydration salts. And when you're feeling better, why don't you come and see me? We can talk about the treatments available for your acne.
What acne?
Doesn't matter.
You're like me.
What?
I heard you on the radio. You're like me.
In what way?
You don't say much.
I see. When did you last use the pool?
What pool?
The leisure centre.
Year 9.
What, you don't swim?
I don't get out much.
Someone in your family, then?
No.
Have you been in contact with anyone who used the pool at the leisure centre recently? Out of the way. Can I have your attention, please? Has anyone not used the swimming pool at the leisure centre recently or been in contact with any swimmers there? Right. Thank you. What are you doing?
Welcome back. You're listening to Radio Port Wen. And we have a surprise visitor in the studio, our very own Doc Martin.
Good afternoon.
I gather he's got some health information for us, and he'll be taking calls later in the show. Couldn't stay away, eh, Doc?
Some of you may already be aware that there's been a stomach infection doing the rounds in the village.
Oh, yeah. One or two of my friends have gone down with it. I hope I don't get it.
I thought I'd track down the source to the pool at the leisure centre, but that turns out not to be the culprit. So for the time being, I'm advising you to boil all local tap water before drinking it or cooking
So
with it.
we've got a mystery then?
No, I don't think so. The culprit's quite clearly Port Wen's own water supply. That's why I'm advising you to boil all...
Hey, time for a commercial break.
Coming soon on
What do you think you're doing?
What?
You can't say that about the water.
Why not?
If you bothered to know anything about the place you live in, you'd know we had a scare here 3 years ago, almost closed the village down.
I have a duty to these people.
If the media gets hold of this, Port Wen is finished.
I'm doing my job.
Tell that to the families still on the dole after the last ball's up. They'd love to do their jobs. And we're back. We just want to reassure you that Doc didn't mean to suggest there was anything wrong with the water supply.
Yes, I did. There is a possibility that the water supply...
That's right. The water is just a possibility.
No. I said there's a possibility that the
caller on
water has
line
become
1.
contaminated.
Hi, you're on the air talking to Caroline.
Hi, Ed Johnson, Cornish Echo. Could Dr. Ellingham tell your listeners and our readers just how serious this infected water is? Are we talking hospitalisation, or fatalities, or...
Sorry. You should be pissing in our water.
That's us buggered then.
Tosser!
You want some of this? It's very good for you.
No, I can't stop. Look, Marty, you do realise that the villagers are dusting off their pitchforks, don't you?
Yes. Exactly how many generations ago did the inbreeding start with these people?
A few years ago, there was a scare about aluminium in the water.
I know.
It was a false alarm, but the damage had been done. The national press had a field day. Summer came, the tourists didn't.
I heard all about that, but we are talking about the public health. Now, if a few less cornets get sold down on the front, then I'm very, very sorry.
The Norders lost their house. Poor old Bob Pearson hanged himself.
I still have to warn people, don't I? If I don't warn people, then the Pitchfork Brigade will crucify me for that, won't they?
Probably.
And when I'm proven right and that water's tested, you see any of them coming up here and begging to eat a piece of humble pie? I don't think so.
Martin, tell me you had that water tested before you went on the radio.
Oh, Martin! Excuse me.
I hear you don't like our water.
Bert, it's been a long day. Take 2 aspirin and insult me in the morning.
Daphne du Maurier said our water was worth £1 a pint.
I'm sure she did.
Well, I never touch it myself. That sludge has got all sorts in it.
What?
Mind if I come in? Thank you. That water eats through pipes. Imagine what it would do to your innards.
Well, it may have been premature to question the supply, Bert. The truth of the matter is, I'm having further investigations carried out on the water tomorrow. But until we hear to the contrary, it would be safe enough to assume that,
Are you out of your mind, Doc? You're going bobbing. No, you want to play it safe. That's what I do. Here. This is what you need. Here. Fine French spring water.
Oh, but I appreciate that this is an opportunity
oh, no, this is a
for
proper
you.
job, this. Shadow Saint Marie.
What I said on the radio is just an opinion.
But you were right, Doc. People listen to you. Since that plug on the radio, my business has doubled.
Well, we need to have the water tested.
No, you don't need to test this stuff. It's from an ancient spring deep beneath the green hills of France. No, better be safe than sorry. Now, when you run out, just give us a call. Free delivery. For you.
Well, of course you can test for cryptosporidium. This is the North Cornwall Water Company, isn't it?
We can, but we don't.
This is a water treatment plant, yes?
The finest in northwest Cornwall.
And it's safe to assume that you can actually do the test here?
I suppose so.
Then it's also safe to assume that you are a self-important, obstructive moron. There are people in Port Wen throwing up as we speak.
If that's everything, I have important matters to obstruct.
OK, how are we going to sort this out?
We do have a rolling program of tests. If I were to try and squeeze this one in, there would be a cost implication.
You mean an extra charge?
Well, I'm not authorized to make any charge, but you could make a contribution to our Christmas fund.
Roger? Roger, how are you doing?
Yeah, OK.
Listen, I shouldn't be telling you this because it's not official, but it looks like there's a half-time music teaching post with your name on it.
Right.
But try not to get too excited. Of course, we can't justify it on our own, as you know, but it looks like St Wilfrid's are coming in with us. So I've taken the liberty, I hope you don't mind, of putting after-school music on this term's clubs list. And demand is already very high.
I can't.
Why not? Of course you can. You should have been teaching music all along. And the parents are keen. You know John Dodsworth's mum? She says she remembers you in your band.
I really appreciate it, Louisa. I just can't do it.
Why?
There's a claim for constructive dismissal going in for me. There are people working very hard to get me my pension. I don't think they'd appreciate it if I suddenly pulled the rug out from underneath them.
But
And the fact is, having been away from it for a few months, it seems to me there's more to life than teaching.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Fine. Fine. I've set the ball rolling now, and I don't know what to do, but fine.
Thanks for coming at short notice, Mr. Johnson. Miss Ray.
Ed, I should thank you. Sales of the Echo are very healthy, even if the people of Port Wen are not. Newborn lambs don't shift newspapers in quite the same way.
I want to set the record straight about the water. Have a seat, please.
Dish.
This has been a huge misunderstanding. I don't know for certain that there's anything wrong with the tap water at all.
Well, hang on a minute. If the water's okay, how come you're drinking mineral water?
I like it. I often drink it. But I also drink the tap water. It's good. It's safe. It's lovely. So, for the time being, the tap water is safe, and I'd be grateful if you'd quote me on that.
What's with the U-turn? You announced on the radio that the water was contaminated.
Not in possession of all the facts. Still having tests done, and that takes time.
So now you're saying what? The tap water's fine?
Absolutely. Our good Cornish water is still worth £1 a pint.
What?
Daphne du Maurier, excuse me.
You all right?
Mm-hmm. I'm fine.
You're not, are you? You've got the lurgy, haven't you? So there is something wrong with the water. Can I quote you on that?
I was just wondering if, I'll come back when you're feeling better.
No, I'm fine.
The forms have arrived.
Yeah, all right, leave them with me.
Thanks, Martin.
I thought I'd drop this off personally.
No fecal coliforms detected. No coliforms of any kind.
No contamination at all.
Oh, it's not the tap water, then.
It's good news for the village.
Back to square one.
Well, I'll be on my way then.
Are you having a stroke?
The Christmas fund?
Word to the wise. Always take your fee before you give your diagnosis.
So this is Chateau Saint-Marie, is it? If you don't mind, it's private property. What the bloody hell do you think you're doing, Bert? None of your business now, is it? Like I told you before. Show it.
Bert, this whole operation's gonna shut down now.
Look, this might not be French water, but at least it's spring water.
You're making everyone ill, Bert.
Oh. First, there was the leisure centre. Then there was tap water, now it's me. Who's next?
I've had the mains water tested. It's clean.
This is from my spring. It don't get cleaner than that.
Where is your spring?
Up Northfield.
You keep sheep there?
Aye.
Are they lambing?
Aye.
Sheep during lambing, a common source of cryptosporidium. You have to collect all the water you've sold, every single bottle, Bert, and stop.
So I've given everyone the runs.
Quick as a flash.
This is all for Al. I always knew he was going to fly the nest, but... That's why I started this, huh? You'd have someone on the side. Make a little nest egg for him.
I thought you didn't want him to go.
I don't. I mean... The morning I was born, I had this vision, right? Him and me, plumbers together, that we would be something special. You know, invent a new stopcock or something. I don't want him to go. But when the time comes, I'll have to provide for him. Ungrateful little tyke.
Now what do you want?
Drop dead, you dunderhead.
Dunderhead? Is that the best you can do?
Do you hear him? I can't speak to him like this.
Bert.
What?
Your father has something he wants to tell you.
You must be freezing out here. Would you like me to bring you a spare heater?
Oh, for God's sake. Your father wants to apologize for being a mindless control freak, and he's fine about you going to college and studying computers.
He didn't say that. Not him.
He said it to me, and he meant it.
If he means it, he should say it.
All right.
To me.
I've been thinking. If you want to do this computer stuff, it's all right by me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes!
Dad. Dad.
Get out of it.
Dad, it's quite expensive, this college.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Well, you're not selling that, you know.
Oh, no. Like I told you, I stopped that a long time ago.
Then how?
Look, we'll sort it, don't worry. Now, there's another option. You do night classes. I hear they do them at Weybridge.
What, and do the plumbing in the day?
Oh, it's just an idea, you know. Keep the coppers coming in. Where do you study?
Yeah, it's an idea.
Here, Doc. That other thing. Consider it sorted.
Yeah. Al, as you're good with computers, you wouldn't mind having a look at the two in the surgery, would you? It's a problem with the network, whatever that is.
Yeah. Oh.
Mind you, it'll cost you.
Dad.
No way. Greg, I'm not having that. No. Yeah?
Is Martin around?
On the radio. Which bit of the word no do you not understand?
Have you any idea when he might be back?
I've no idea. Do you mind? Oh. Oh, Mr. Fan, he left this for you. You gave me a D for attitude, do you remember? Mistake. Greg? Yeah, all right. Yeah.
So, Doc, the crisis is over. There are no new cases of stomach upset, and our tap water has been officially vindicated. You must be feeling a little red-faced.
Hardly. I made
Well, you were wrong.
With the benefit of hindsight, yes, but I stand by my decision.
People might say foolish, even.
Look.
And have you at least identified the source of the infection?
No, I haven't.
People might say you almost put this village out of business for nothing.
Yes, they might.
Well, I'm sure we'll all come to our own conclusions as to how well this is being handled. Thanks, Doc.
Thanks, Caroline.
And now moving on to this week's catchphrase competition.
This is totally messed up, Doc.
Oh, that's, probably my fault. I was having a look at it this morning.
Well, your settings are completely wrong. Your network configuration is a shambles.
Sounds like that might be expensive, Doc, you know, network configuration stuff.
It was fine last night.
Well, I'm sure Al can fix it.
I thought you fixed it that
Sure,
time.
Al can fix it.
Oh, Lord, who'd have guessed?
What do you want, Elaine?
Nothing. Can you set this up so I can get free music off the net?
No, that's illegal.
But for me?
No.
Al?
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, I can sort it for you, Doc. But it'll take me a while, though, and I'll have to come back after lunch.
Ah, well, I can't afford for the network to be down. I wonder if we could arrange for you to do some sort of monthly checkup if you...
What?
Do you fancy direct debit or standing order?
Dad, I'm sure we can work something out, Doc, yeah?
So have I got to put up with this lump every month?
Lump, eh? Cheers, Doc.
Welcome to Music Club. So, what I thought we'd do this week at least is some music appreciation. Because we all need to listen to music before we can begin to play it. Ready?
But what about Mr. Fenn? Mr. Fenn's meant to be teaching us, isn't he?
He's got cancer.
Well, we were hoping that Mr. Fenn would be here for Music Club and to give us some music lessons, but unfortunately he was unable to come.
So, are you any good at music then, miss?
Well, you don't have to be good at music to enjoy it or to appreciate it.
But it helps if you want to teach it, though, eh? Right then, everybody. Who wants to make some music? Great. Now listen, next week I'm going to ask you all to bring in an instrument of your own. But this week we're going to make do with the ones we have all been blessed with, our voices. So come on, form a nice circle around the piano. Shoot off if you like.
What about the pension and the claim?
Can you imagine me with a decent haircut?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, can you?
No, not really.
Neither could I. Right, do you call this a circle? For goodness. Right, now who remembers this one?
Am I late?
No, I'm early. Sure.
Heard you on the radio.
Oh, which time?
Does it matter?
Yeah, some are more painful than the others.
Really?
No, they were all awful.
So what's the story with the water then?
Oh, it's over.
Oh, come on, you can tell me. I know you were holding back. The way you let Caroline lay into you like that.
I made a mistake and I admitted it.
Evening, Dom.
You carry on like this, and it might even be safe for me to admit I was on your interview panel.
I wouldn't break cover just yet if I was you.
Drink?
Yes, I'll have water, I think. Yes. Shall I find us somewhere out there?
Doc, hi.
Mark.
Listen, I should come and see you sometime.
Okay. Yep.
Because I'm still, you know, the old depression thing.
Yep. Well, any time, but not.
Thanks. I think I know what it is. It's a girlfriend thing. I used to think I was a basically unhappy person, but now I think I'm a basically happy person who just doesn't have a girlfriend. Oh, Louisa, actually, we could just have a little minute, could we? Bit delicate. Thanks. I mean, I do have girlfriends regularly, of course. Well, not regularly, but it's not like it's once in a blue... Well, it is once in a blue moon, to be honest. But I had this one once, and she said I was too gentle. I didn't know what to do with that. Have you ever had that? Too gentle?
No.
No, it's a hard one. I mean, they say too gentle, but what do they mean by that?